My name is Sabrina. Thank you so much for coming onto my channel today and checking out this video. Today we're going to be talking about something that is very near and dear to my heart, something that I have been struggling with for a long time. Anxiety. Dun dun dun. No, it's not a joke. But this is something that I have been struggling with. I know millions of people in the world struggle with this as well. So yeah, today I'm going to just be sharing a couple of tips to hopefully decrease your anxiety and help you deal with it on a better level. So this is video number 2 on this channel. I'm getting used to this YouTuber thing. It's just a hobby for me right now. It's something that I'm getting used to. And it's also very therapeutic for me. I struggle specifically with social anxiety. So throughout the years, it's been really hard for me to put myself out there and to just make a conversation with random people or to go out in certain public situations. So I felt like this would be something that would be helpful to me to get comfortable speaking, and also in the process maybe help some people as well. So this is why I'm doing this. And yeah, I have written down 7 different tips to help you address your anxiety, to decrease it and one day totally remove it from your life. That is the journey that I am on right now, and I can't wait for that to happen because the struggle is real. So number 1, know what your triggers are. So I think this is like key to first addressing your anxiety is know what even gives you anxiety. You know, figuring out exactly what type of anxiety you have. For the longest time, I did not like going into supermarkets when it was just like so many people, like on a weekend or after 5 o'clock when everybody's getting off of work. It would just be too much for me. I can't go anywhere. There's like people everywhere, and it just was like, I can't even focus. I just want to get out of here. And I would get cranky and it would ruin my day. So now that I know exactly what it is that I struggle with, what specifically gives me anxiety, you know, if I'm going to an event with friends or family and it's like you have to mingle and like small talk, like I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown because I hate things like that. So I'm now taking baby steps. Okay, let's go to a comfortable place. Go with someone that you feel safe with to these things. That way you're not alone. And the longer that you keep telling yourself that you dread these things, the longer you're just going to avoid it. And then when they do come up, you're going to have a panic attack. You're going to have an anxiety attack. So it's good for you to at least know what it is that you struggle with so you can learn from them and take baby steps to overcome them. Number 2, stop shaming yourself and stop comparing yourself. Oh my God, I couldn't even tell you all the times that I've shamed myself, that I've compared myself to other people. It's just horrible. It's just one of the worst things that you could possibly do to yourself, because you need to realize that you are a human being, that you're not perfect, and that you're going to fail a lot. Like, I'm actually should be talking to myself right now, because these are things that I have just realized within myself. Like, I held myself to such a high standard and I would fail every time. You know, I'm not a robot. I'm going to say things that I don't mean to say. I'm going to be awkward and weird, and I can't focus on, you know, all the bad that I've done and all the weird stuff that I've said. It's been weird. Because it just eats at you. It just makes you feel this small, you know, like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why was that person looking at me? Do they like me? Like, they don't like me. Like, it's just so unhealthy for you to do that to yourself, because in reality, you're doing the best that you can and you showed up for yourself doing it. And by failing, it's just a lesson for you to learn from next time. And secondly, Comparing yourself is also another thing that is just so bad for you, because you are unique. You're a unique being. There's no one that's going to be like you. There's only one Sabrina, and there's only one you. There's something about you that nobody has, so that makes you unique. You know, we can't compare ourselves, our bodies, our brains. We can't compare ourselves to anybody. It's just finding the talent within yourself, okay? So stop shaming yourself. Stop comparing yourself. You're a human being. It's okay to not be perfect. There's no one in the world that's perfect. They may think they are, but they're not. Wake up call. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And that's totally okay, okay? End of story. Number 3. Number 3. Man, get out of your head. I can't even emphasize how important it is to just get out of here. Like, stop thinking so much. Stop the overthinking. Stop the damn voices of self-doubt and self-neglect. It's just damaging to your entire existence, you know? Every time that you stay in this area and you analyze and you overthink about something, it can just drift off, especially if you have anxiety. You know, you're gonna panic. You know, if there's something that's coming up and you're worried about, just let it go. Let things fall into place, because our mind will create different scenarios, and usually they're bad. When you have anxiety, usually you're thinking worst case scenario. And from what I learned, worst case scenario usually doesn't even happen. Like, I will create the worst of worst scenarios in my head, and then after I go through whatever it is I was worrying about, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, why did I do that? Why did I think those bad things? Like, that was great. That was fun. Like, these people are awesome. Like, why did I tell myself they didn't like me? Why did I tell myself that I was gonna be humiliated? Like, your brain sometimes can play tricks on you, and usually that's your ego speaking to you. Your ego wants you to live in fear, and your ego doesn't want you to flourish in your life. You know, it wants you to be contained in this little box, and it just wants you to be in your safe place. So get out of your head and start being optimistic of whatever is coming your way. Instead of thinking horrible worst case scenarios, think of the best possibility. Think of the best case scenario, you know? Change the way that you think and fight it. So something that I have been doing when there's just a wandering thought in my head that it just can't get out, I will close my eyes, I will imagine that thought, and I will clear out anything and everything else that's up in there. I will take it and I will mentally crush it. And it has worked. Like, I'm not sure how, but it just does. You close your eyes, you take that thought, and you just crush it. You can mentally see your fist in your mind with those words and that thought or that vision, and you just crush it. And you throw it away. I don't want you here. You're not welcomed here anymore. Bye-bye. So what I do. Number 4, self-reflection and self-discovery. This is like the best part of transformation is know yourself. Like I said in my last video, once you know yourself, once you know your worth, once you know your value, nobody can mess with you, because you're practically invincible then. You've created a force field of energy around you that nobody can penetrate, because you know yourself, you know your value, you know your self-worth. Take some time, you know, get all distractions out of here, no technology, and just sit down with yourself, sit down with a pen and paper and write things about what you love, who you are. Because for a long time, for a very, very long time, I did not know who I was. I did not know what I liked. I didn't have hobbies. I just didn't know anything. I didn't know who I was. I was just Sabrina, and I just thought I was boring, and I just thought that I was gonna always have a mediocre life. And until recently, I woke up and I'm like, no, you're not mediocre. You're far from mediocre. You have all these talents that you just hide from yourself because you're just afraid that nobody is going to like them. Well, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. This is for you. This is your job to take the time to know who you are, what is meaningful in your life, what you really have a strong passion for. And when I took the time to actually know who I was and what I was passionate about, I was just blown away. I was just like, I didn't know I was like this. I didn't know I wanted to help people. I didn't know that I had such a genuine, sweet soul in there because of all the fear and all the self-doubt. I didn't know she was in there. So take the time, sit down with yourself, analyze yourself, be honest. And it's okay. Like, you gotta love the good, the bad, the ugly. Again, you're a human being. This is just part of the cycle. You're going to get there. I promise you, you're going to get there. I believe in you. Okay. Number 5 goes along after you find yourself and you've got some layers started there. Build confidence and learn to love yourself. Once you've figured out even a small bit of who you are, build that confidence on it. Celebrate your talent, whether it's something that you feel is small or something that's you feel like is out of reach. Celebrate. If you can sing, be proud of your voice. Share your voice. If you want to help people, go out and save the world. If you love animals, let the world know. Build that confidence. You are you. Celebrate who you are. Give yourself the credit that is deserved. Learn to love yourself. Again, the good, the bad, the ugly. We are human beings, and there's no such thing as perfection. There's no scale to success. If you got to take the baby steps, take the baby steps. If you feel like you got the motion of the ocean, go ahead, get in there. Like, there's no right way to do this. Something that has helped me tremendously is affirmations. I do I am affirmations every morning. I recite these affirmations to myself. I will leave a link in the description of the exact one that I use, but there are just so many different affirmations. Find one, adopt it into your morning routine, and just read it to yourself every morning. Look into the mirror, look at your affirmations and read it to yourself. And repetitive behavior is going to seep down into your subconscious mind, and it's going to stick. And then before you know it, every single word that you're reading on there, you're going to start to believe. I wouldn't have been able to get here without my affirmations. So do the I am affirmations. Find an affirmation that you love, something that reflects to who you are, and stay with it and be consistent, because it's going to change your life. Number 6, remove unhealthy habits from your life and swap them out with healthy habits. Now, this doesn't have to be something like, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be something as small as, instead of waking up in the morning and grabbing your phone and checking social media, wake up in the morning, wash your face, brush your teeth, grab a glass of water, make yourself breakfast, and then just enjoy that moment without grabbing your phone. It could be reading more books. It could be anything. Self-analyze yourself and really be honest with yourself. Is this serving me? Is my time going into this thing that I'm doing helping me progress in my life? Something that I have done is I've taken away my TV from my living room and I put plants all over the house. Like, it makes me feel so good to wake up in the morning and see my beautiful plants that need me to care for them or they'll die, instead of seeing a giant black TV that has no purpose in my life, that will not serve me, that will not help me be successful. So that's one thing that I've done. Another thing is I realize that I do spend a lot of time at home. I would tell myself, I'm introverted. I love to be home, and I do love to be home, and I am introverted, but I realized how unhealthy it was after like a week or 2 weeks. I haven't really gone out to do anything. So I have been able to put myself out to a safe place. So now I'm more connected with nature. I go on nature trail walks with the family. I go on hikes sometimes alone to get me more comfortable with being an independent woman, to make myself feel more safe out there, that I don't always have to, be on the lookout and worry that something's going to happen to me. So I take the time to put healthier habits into my life. So I challenge you guys to at least take one of the negative habits out of your life and swap them out with something better. Right, number 7, remove toxic people from your life and share your life with people that love and support you. I cannot say this enough. Take them out. Take them out, take them out, take them out, take them out, take them out. Because the toxic people in your life are slowing you down. Whatever it may be, just let them go. Let them go. Hit the road, Jack. You gotta go, because some people only want to share their misery. They're miserable, and misery loves company. So if you have someone that just doesn't seem like they're trying to get their life together, that it just always seems like they're complaining and they're just kind of slowing you down, you gotta go, because I'm on a mission here. I'm on a mission to be the best version of me, and I just can't nurture you when I need to nurture myself, Share your life with people who love you, who support you, who will be there for you no matter what, and explain to them what you're going through. I can't even explain how many times that I have lost opportunities. I've ruined relationships with people because I was so ashamed that I was so ashamed that I had anxiety that I would make up any reason, like, I can't go with you here. I would just make up excuses, and then the relationship would just crumble because we weren't seeing each other. We weren't hanging out with each other, Explain to people what's going on. People love honesty, especially if they're genuine people. And when you're honest with someone, their action will then tell you whether or not they're a good person to keep in your life or not. You can't hide. You can't hide from the truth. Own it. You got anxiety? Own it. You're going through a struggle? Own it. Because when you own it, it can't be used against you as a weapon. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You need to embrace your truth, and then you will see that you will flourish in your life. So take out the bad people out of your life, remove those toxic people, and share your life with people who love you, who support you, your family, your friends. They are there, and you need to get out of your head and stop thinking no one's going to understand me. They're going to shame me. And if they do, then they're just no good for you, regardless if it is a family member or someone that you would consider a close friend. If they are not willing to understand and accept you for what you are going through, then they are considered a toxic person, and you no longer need to be a part of their lives, and they don't need to be a part of yours. So those are the 7 steps that I have taken into my life that has helped me deal with my anxiety. I still have anxiety. It's not something that has totally dissipated from my life, but I have noticed that it has decreased. Like, it's not as bad as it once was. I'm taking baby steps. I'm realizing that it's okay to be flawed, and it's okay to just be. It's just okay to just be. I decided to do these videos and put myself out there and be vulnerable because people need to know that they're not alone. People need to know that there's somebody out there who cares. There's somebody out there who's going through the same thing that you're going through. And that's what we need to do. We need to start connecting. We need to start connecting on deeper levels with other people so we can all flourish. We're not perfect. We're not going to run around here like robots and then go home and start crying. We need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be honest in our relationships, whether it be romantic or whether it be a friendship. We need to let the people know what's going on. And if they don't care, I don't care either. I don't care about you being in my life, and I don't care what you have to say. That's that. So I do hope that something in this video will help you along your journey and overcoming your anxiety. You're not alone. It's not an easy road to go down, but you're showing up for yourself. You are You're trying the best that you can, and you need to give yourself credit for that, okay? So yeah, I hope that you like this video. I hope that you will comment on it, share an experience with me. I will leave my Instagram down below. You can follow me. So yeah, until next time, friends. Thank you so much for listening.